Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. 2023 is now upon us. We are in a whole new year of games coming out, and it looks to be a pretty decent year so far. But what I wanted to do was just go through all of 2023, see what games we have coming, and point out some of the ones that excite me the most and have me looking the most forward to them. And yes, I did see similar videos to this one, and I'm completely wholesale copying them. So, you know, deal with it. All right, here we go. Here is the article itself. So we'll just go through them. We'll see what there is. If there's anything good, we will point it out as we go through it. So January, there are a couple of good ones out here. So first one that caught my eye was actually Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is getting its Gen 9 port. So that's PS5, Xbox, all that there. On the start of January, it released a while back now. It was never something I actually managed to get a hold of and play myself, but I love my anime and I love my Dragon Ball, so that could be something I may get into at some point. Then we have Forspoken, which does look really cool from the gameplay. I haven't actually had a chance to play the demo yet, but I am sort of wanting to. The game just really fascinates me. I think it's going to be... It looks to be pretty cool. If they can pull it off, it's going to be a really good game. From what I'm hearing, it needs a wee bit more polish, but overall, people seem to be sort of, this looks pretty good. And I think it's going to be one of those games that's going to benefit from being able to play through the whole game, and it's not just going to be just on the gameplay, if you don't know what I mean. So, it's pretty good, light odd one, but then we get into February, which is pretty stacked, I gotta say. So the big one in February is gotta be Hogwarts Legacy. On one hand, I think us getting an open world Harry Potter game is something that a lot of fans of the Harry Potter franchise, who are also gamers, are going to be very entranced by, as well as then people who don't even play games will probably look at this and be like, okay, I have the PlayStation sitting there, or I have the Xbox, or my PC could run that, we'll play that there. So I think it's going to be a good game. It looks really interesting for the gameplay. All the magic system in that there looks phenomenal. We've had this a good few times in the last few years of these really big projects that look like they're going to be fantastic. They end up releasing to just mediocre or just downright awful reviews, and have been absolutely buggy messes and crap stories and just forgettable experiences that just don't live up to what the hype was. But overall, I think Hogwarts Legacy is going to be cool when it releases, but I think it's going to be one of those ones to keep. I'm not going to be pre-ordering it, but you got to sort of keep a wee eye back and see how the review window goes before, piling in to see if it's worth it or not. Then after that, we have something that I've actually been really looking forward to, which is Wild Hearts. It looks really cool. It's like Monster Hunter with like this Japanese samurai mythology inspired monsters. And you have to use your bows and use your swords, as well as then you can like create these big ballistas and other tools to help you get about and hunt down these monsters. It looks really cool. Just a really interesting game, to be fair. So it looks really cool. You're fighting like these big boys here, and you're fighting big monster. How can you not appreciate fighting big monster? Come on, man. And you build all these things, helps you get about. You've got your sword slashing. It looks a bit Souls-like. It looks a little bit Monster Hunter-y, obviously. Same developer, I think. But overall, I think it just looks really cool. The aesthetic and the style is just brimming. I love it. Multiplayer. There's co-op multiplayer, so that's actually really cool. And yeah, I think it's one of those games where I had to sort of like show it off to really show off the excitement for it. It just looks really cool. Vibe-wise, aesthetic-wise, just really interesting. And then after that, we have like a Dragon Ishin, which is one of the Yakuza franchise games, which is like... I'll get up this trailer here 1 second. And yeah, so Like a Dragon Ishin, it looks really cool. So I believe what it is it's the characters from the Yakuza games, but it's an alternative timeline where here, obviously, they are samurai, doing samurai bits and pieces, which looks really cool. I love samurai games in that there, so anything where I get to wash around a katana, it makes me happy. So if ever there was going to be a Yakuza game to get me into that series, I think this could be it. You also have guns, so guns and swords. And he's doing some gung jitsu there. So that's going to be cool regardless. I'm really looking forward to that. Then what else do we have here? So we've got like Horizon Call of the Mountain, which is the VR exclusive title. Honestly, I don't really care too much about it. I think it's just going to be like a theme park ride. It's not really going to have anything interesting. as a part of it. But, you know, for those that are big Horizon fans, there you go, I guess. Rightio, then there is Sons of the Forest, which is a sequel to the first The Forest game. I haven't played The Forest, but I've watched so much of it at this point that it's like, oh my god, The Forest, let's go. And it really just looks so interesting. Graphically, it looks phenomenal. The gameplay is hopefully going to be extended on what we got in The Forest, which I know was fairly basic, but also, you know, could be quite intricate. I do love it though. I love the realistic flair to it all there. The way you like have to craft all your stuff and you sharpen sticks and hunt down different stuff. And I'm going to skip on later in this advert. Oh, there's lots of blood and gore and disgusting bits too. Oh, more gun customization. There's like loads of mutations to the cannibals from the first game, which is cool. And you scare them and you put their heads on pikes. It just looks a lot more of a cinematic flair, much more of a AAA sort of vibe to it. So it looks really cool, man. I can't wait. And for me, I think that's more or less it for February. There's a lot of other little things. I know there's a lot of people that I'd be friendly with who are really going to be into. You have the VR port of Resident Evil Village. There's Kirby coming to the Switch. Octopath Traveler 2. I know that was a big thing for those in those types of communities. A Destiny 2 DLC, because of course there's a Destiny 2 DLC. But on to March. So, I literally just scrolled down to this here. I'm not even cutting any of that there. But The Last of Us Part 1, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? That already released. I played that shit. That's the PC port. I really actually like the way PlayStation starts to release these PC ports of their PlayStation exclusive games. It's very fun to see the mods they make. Be very interesting to see what they do with Part 1, to be honest. Boys, yes! Most exciting game of the year. Let's go. We've got Skull and Bones! A Ubisoft original! Let's fucking go, boys! I don't know a single person who saw Skull and Bones and thinks it's going to be a good game. It looks terrible. It's just the ship combat from Black Flag. You can't even leave your ship. You're literally stuck to being the ship, or you're walking around just a hub area like in Battlefield. Like, what the fuck? The big one for March, boys. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. If I could say it right, that would really help. I honestly don't know what more I could tell you about Jedi Fallen Order that hasn't already been known. It looks absolutely incredible. A complete step up from the first game, from the graphics and all that there, the way Cal looks, all the gameplay enhancements, so we can now independently use our blades in double blade in open combat. We can get a crossguard saber. We're getting new force abilities. Like, look at that. You can just use them as a shield again to shoot other people. We've got mounts, which look really cool. And of course, you know, we're going to have more people to fight, more enemies. The whole person in the back of the tank at the very start looks very interesting. I think these are like bounty hunters and stuff that we have to kill. I'm not even listening to it, so I really could not tell you. But like all these fights, there's such a cinematic flair to the Jedi games I just love so much. Jedi games now was just game. And obviously we're fighting big beasts. Cal gets slammed the fuck around. You've got your stormtroopers. You've got fighting the Empire. Honestly, it's just gonna be awesome, man. It's the one thing I'm so looking forward to in 2023. You've got him and the bro here. There's gonna be a bro relationship, and we love a good relationship. Look at that teamwork and all that there. Honestly, Survivor's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait. And look at the man's. Look at the man's. He looks good. That's how I wish I looked. But yeah, it looked awesome, man. Prime Boss for K-City. Is that the game that like has every big name actor to ever big name act? So you've got literally every big name actor. I mind seeing this and being like, what the fuck is this? Cause that's Jermaine Ricker, isn't it? Cooper? But you're in the 90s. I think it's a first person shooter game. It looks very like what Vice City could have been now. Michael Madsen. There he is. Kim Basinger. I don't actually know her. Oh Jesus, that didn't take away the ad like I wanted it to. Go away. Go away. There we go. You've got all these big name actors and actresses. It looks awesome. Damien Poitier. Fucking like look at all these visuals. Danny Trejo, obviously. But like when you're trying to look at the gameplay and stuff, it's just a first person shooter. Danny Glover. Nice. There you go. Michael Rooker. That's him. He looks, I don't know, he looks a little bit off like Vanilla Ice. Chuck Norris is in this, I know that. Where's he at? Oh, that's a guy dying. Chuck Norris is in this somewhere. Can't tell where he is. Oh, there he is. He's your sheriff buddy. Does a roundhouse kick. Literally, very celebrity cameo the game, honestly. And we get into April, which looks really, really short, actually. Holy shit. Hogwarts Legacy goes to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on April 4th. Cool. Because they can't obviously have everything released at the same time. That would never work. The Forbidden West DLC comes out, which looks really cool because you're going to LA in that one. I will probably play it. I played through Forbidden West. I'll have to play through this. I don't think a lot of Forbidden West, but I do need to try and replay it to give it more of a fair shake. For I don't think the way I played it initially with my playthrough on Twitch really gave it any justice to how my enjoyment was. And that might just be because it's not a stream game, if you know what I mean. Dead Island 2. I swear to God, I feel like I've been hearing about Dead Island 2 for fucking so long. If it actually comes out, we'll see. You know? We'll see. You can't say much more than that. And in May, again, short. It's getting shorter as we go on here, obviously. As the year goes on, more of these will get sort of confirmed when they're coming out. But you have, like, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, whatever one it is. Big Joe, me and him do the Irish Hypeman podcast together. Watch that on Twitch every so often if you like. He's gonna love this game. He loved Breath of the Wild, so I think Tears of the Kingdom is gonna be his game, you know, come the time. And then there's obviously Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, which it looks cool because you've got Kevin Conroy in his last performance as the Arkham Batman, and is in the Arkham universe, so it could be a cool game. At the same time, I don't give a fuck about DC. June we have, oh nice, so we've got like Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16. 3 games I don't give 2 flying shits about, but do look cool though. They do look cool. Because Street Fighter 6 just looks to be, you know, more Street Fighter. Street Fighter's always cool. Like Diablo 4, honestly, I've never touched Diablo. I don't have a clue about it. And Final Fantasy 16, now there's a few ones I know who are so hyped about Final Fantasy, and I honestly cannot see the hype. Final Fantasy, I just can't get into it. If I ever do, then fucking well played. You know, it'll be cool to go and see the game, but I'm just not into Final Fantasy. I don't know why. And Hogwarts Legacy gets another release with a Switch release on July 25th. Let's go through. What do we know is coming out, but we haven't been told or shown yet? Alan Wake 2. I've never played Alan Wake, but I did play Control, and I loved Control. So Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2 could be really cool to get into. Arc 2 gets a release. The Vin Diesel game, Vin Diesel Soar, which is, yeah, it's cool. Gonna be cool. Armor Core, which I might give Armor Core a try, to be honest. I loved Elden Ring that much, and I really liked what FromSoft seemed to come out. It'd be cool to see something of theirs that they do that's not the Souls formula, because, you know, they are good developers, and it'll be good just to see what they can do with it. Assassin's Creed Mirage, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which would have been cool, because I like Avatar, and I liked the old tie-in game that came with the first movie, but I don't want to play this because it's Ubisoft. And Ubisoft are going to fuck it. It's going to be a shit game. It could have been cool. There's so many good opportunities to have a good Avatar game. I don't think Ubisoft can do it anymore. There would have been a time I could have told you, like, yes, a Ubisoft developed Avatar game. That there's potential there. No, I don't see it anymore. It looks really cool visually and stuff, but that's classic Ubisoft marketing, and I'm not going to believe it. I Am Jesus Christ. What is this? You know, if there's a game where I get to be Jesus Christ, why not? Of course. Drop the trailer. Okay, let's watch the trailer. Let's just watch the trailer. Oh, he's using godly powers. Yep, and pictures. It's first person. You're performing miracles, making fish, feeding the 5,000, feeding the 500. I forget what it is now, honestly. This is literally just a game of being Jesus Christ. Walking on water in a ship storm, calming the waters, using your godly essence. What the fuck? There he is, he's dying. Oh, we're going into FOV, being crucified with the boys. Let's go, I guess. I Am Jesus Christ. That is a fucking meme game. but hey, it might be funny. Oh, the way he's like, the wee bar on the right hand side went up at the end as he comes back to life. Jesus Christ. Oh yes, Marvel Spider-Man 2. That's one I'm actually looking forward to. I love 2018's Marvel Spider-Man, and I loved Miles Morales. Both were awesome games. It's going to be really cool to see how they both follow on for 2018 and Miles Morales, as well as bringing more stuff in. There is also the Wolverine game in development, so it'll be really cool to see if they're going to set up like a larger MGCU or MGU or Marvel Games Universe or whatever the fuck. I think they said they're not wanting to do that, but if you've got two games made by the same dev, it'd be cool to see them do that now. Especially if you're going to have like Miles and Peter both in New York, and you're also then going to have the Wolverine game if that takes place in the same canon. Gameplay wise, I think it's very safe to say that Spider-Man 2 is just going to be an enhancement of everything we got in the initial game. How they make New York even more interesting to traverse around, I think is going to be a big thing, because it could end up being very, very just the same as what we got, considering he's a New York based hero. If they add other locations, which I don't see happening, but they could do, or expanding out to the other boroughs. But having two Spider-Man about is going to be cool. Whether they do it like a switching mechanic like GTA 5 or sort of dynamic, or if they keep it to more just be, in some missions you're Miles, in some missions you're Peter. It'll be weird to see which way they want to do it, but it'll be cool either way, I think. But there you have it, folks. That is the 2023 lineup of games. There are some good ones in there. I probably don't sound that excited, and there's a reason for that. I think these games are going to be good. I don't think there's going to be any question like Marvel Spider-Man 2 is going to be good. Stuff like Armored Core is going to be good. Hogwarts Legacy remains to be seen. I think it could be cool. It could be shit. There's a lot of other stuff surrounding it, which I'm not going to get into for simplicity's sake. But the game is going to live or die by actually how good it can actually be, or if it is just all great marketing tactics. There's stuff like Assassin's Creed and all that there. I am going to be reserved and hoping that maybe Ubisoft can pull off making a good game, but I severely doubt it, so I'm not going to say no more on that. And of course, we have things like Survivor coming out, which if Fallen Order is anything to go by, Survivor is going to be brilliant as well. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. I'm a little bit disheartened by the fact that apparently Fallen Order is canon to the rest of Star Wars. The rest of Star Wars has been sort of mid, as with many of the Disney shows and all that there. So it's going to sort of depend on, can Survivor suck me back into that world? And it might just take a Fallen Order replay for me to really sort of appreciate that properly. But it's probably the big game that I'm looking forward to this year, I must say. Overall, I think it's going to be a strong year for games. It's going to be really cool to see all these new titles come out. And, hey, we all love a bit of gaming. But thank you very much for watching. And if you're still watching this far, it is so appreciate it. And I'll ask you very, very kindly if you could like and throw us a comment. Subscribe if you could. All that there helps. I'm hoping to make 2023 a good year for us here. And yeah, guys, I hope you take it very easy. Have a very, very good evening or morning or night or whatever. See you later. Peace out.